Concept 3 is alignment, and that's what we've just done in here. We're going to go ahead and select the entire contents of the table again. And we're going to center it in both directions. The Design tab up here. And if you click on the More button, you'll see that there's lots of different tables that you can choose from. Go ahead and pick one you like. I'm called to this one, so I'm going to choose this one. And there you have it. There's a nice looking table. I'm going to go ahead and save this. Once I have a nice table in there, I'm going to go ahead and insert a picture. Insert tab. And I'm going to go to Picture. And I'm going to find this picture in my data files. So mine are on my desktop. Find your own files. We're in Lab 2 and we're opening up the file Puppy. I've always thought this was a funny picture. For the longest time I thought this guy had a bird on his head and I didn't realize that it was just really bad hair. Once I have my picture in, I'm going to size it, and I'm going to size it so it sits. Well, first we need to move these down, don't we? So I'm going to move my titles down, and I'm going to put it right here. I think that looks pretty good. Now I have a nice looking picture in here. But I want to change my picture a little bit, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to crop it. And this is a nice feature. I'm going to click on my picture. When I have my picture selected, I'll have Picture Tools up here. And I'm going to come up to Format. And I'm going to go over here to Crop. And that's in the Sizing group. You'll note that my handles change to these hard, dark black lines. And what this is saying is whatever I cut out will be cut out. And so I'm going to do exactly that. I'm going to cut off this guy's head because all we really care about are these puppies, and that head's kind of creepy. So when we've done that, we can click the crop button again, and now we've gotten rid of that, and we can stretch the picture out so we have a nice picture here of some cute little puppies, because who doesn't love cute little puppies? Once you have some cute little puppies, you might want to enhance the picture and make it look a little better. And so we're going to come up here into our picture styles. And you'll see we have a drop-down menu. And we're going to choose the oval picture here. Let's choose this oval one. And we're going to go ahead and add some effects. We're going to add a picture border. And you can add any color that you like. I'm going to add this bright blue. And we can make the border thicker or thinner if we like. I'm going to make mine fairly thick, maybe 4.5 points. And I'm going to add some picture effects. And I'm going to add more picture effects in the book does, just to show you all the ones that are in here. First we have some shadow. And I'm going to add some shadow. Maybe some perspective shadow. And I'm going to add a reflection. And I'm going to add a glow. And soft edges won't make any difference on this one, but I'll use some bevel, which really won't make a great deal of difference. It makes this look a little shinier. And there you have some picture effects that enhance this. So anytime you have a graphic, you can throw a graphic in and you can make it look very pretty. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to copy this slide. So we're going to come over to slide 1, right click on it, click on copy. And we're going to move slide 2 to the end of the presentation. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to scroll all the way down and paste here. And so what I've done is just copied that slide and brought it to the bottom. And so my first and my last slide look the same. In my last slide, I'm going to delete this picture, however. We don't need it anymore. And instead, I'm going to insert a shape. And so I'm going to go into my home, or into my Insert tab. And I'm going to come to Shapes in the Illustration group. And I'm going to find the heart in the basic shapes. It's right here. It's by the smiley face. And you'll see my cursor turns into a black cross, which is a drawing cursor. So I can click, hold down, and drag, and I'll get a nice heart. I'm going to go ahead and add my heart in there. Once I have a heart in, I'm going to add some text. I'm just going to right-click on this and go to Edit Text. And I'm going to type in Open Your Heart. And I'm going to stylize my heart a little bit. I'm going to go to Drawing Tools, Format. And you'll see they have different shape styles here. I'm going to find a shape style I like. I kind of like this one. I'm going to change the fill color here because a good heart should be red. And I'm going to give it a sharp outline in green. That's a little thicker. Set it off. There we go. And they say to add a reflection to this one as well, so I'll do that. Now I have a nice red heart. It says open your heart. And once I have text in here, I'm going to come in and modify my text. I'm going to make this text something fancy because it's inside of a heart. And I'm going to increase the heart size, or the font size. I'm going to bold it. I'm going to italicize it. And there I just have added some fancy text. The last thing I'm going to do is give it a little rotation. You'll see that there's a green sizing handle up here, and if you put your cursor over it, it turns into a black circular arrow. And if I click on that, I can drag it, and I can drag it all the way around until I get a nice little tilt that I like. And something like that. After you have a good heart, we're going to add a text box. So we're going to come into slide 12 here and open up our Insert tab. And we're going to go to the text box button in the text group. We're going to click on that. And you'll see this gives a little cursor, something like a sword. I'm going to click and draw an area here. And I'm going to type in the following information. This can be found on page 2.33. I'm going to call some Animal Rescue Foundation. Enter 1166 Oak Street, Lakeside, New Hampshire 03112. Enter parentheses 603 555-1313. And once I've done that, I'm going to go ahead, enhance it. I'm going to increase the font size. I'm going to bold the font size. And I'm going to click on my shape here and come into Format. And I'm going to come in here and look at some of the different formats that I can use. And you need to choose one that you like. And I'm going to shorten up my box a little bit because it doesn't need to be that big. And I'm going to move it right there.